So, a lot of people who are in pain, they often feel fragile or hesitant to try something that sounds as intense as a cold
Yeah.
plunge. How do you guide someone to start in a safe, approachable way without overwhelming their system?
hmm I think it goes back to, again, just baby steps. So for if somebody was in really long lasting chronic pain, I would start as small as you could possibly start. So that to me would probably be doing more of just your hands in a cold bowl of water. So that might be even no ice. That might be just as cold as you can make your tap and putting your hands in that water. And what people, myself included, may not realize is that your hands actually have tons and tons of nerve endings in them. So while it might feel like, oh, that's nothing, like it's just my hands, they're actually like the most sensitive part of you. So if you're submerging that, you can get a lot of benefit just from your hands. So again, like break it down to the smallest step that you can do. And that's where I would start, is just a bowl of cold water. If you're like, oh, I don't feel anything, that's fine. Maybe you add a couple of ice cubes and you kind of just keep experimenting with it. But I would start there, and then I would go towards a cold shower. So, taking that, and obviously that's very adjustable for you too. If you're going to know when it's the right amount of cold for you, and that doesn't have to be as cold as it can get, you can start working your way there. So those would be the places that I would start. And conversely to the hands, you could also do your feet. So, um, a lot of times I hear women in particular have like Raynaud's or a circulation disorder. So they'll actually be really hesitant to do a cold exposure because of that challenge. So another thing you could do is put your feet in cold water. But you could also protect those pieces of you. You could put, a type of sock over it, something like that, to just like protect yourself a little bit from the sting that would come from the cold.
Yeah, and I guess we've kind of been saying all along, you can build up the time as well,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Like with the shower, I would start literally at like 3 breaths. See if you can do it for 3 breaths, and then that's gonna give you an anchor of something for your mind to think about, because your mind's always gonna try and think of a way out of it. It's always gonna try and say, "Nope, we are not safe, we should do this instead," to keep you in that same place that you're in. So if you instead give it something to focus on, like your breath, instead, or counting, you could count up to 15. Just give yourself something to do, and then your mind will focus on that. And then you'll probably, my bet is, because most people are like, well, that was nothing, I can totally do that. And then you kind of just start building up that muscle memory to say, okay, now I can do 4 breaths. Now I can do 5, and you get there. But start at the start at that like lowest point that you might not even notice what the change is, and work from there, as opposed to trying to go to the extreme and work your way back. You'll feel much more empowered by starting at a small place and being able to do more potentially, or do more quickly. So that will definitely like set you up for the best success.
Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.